Well, I didn't think I'd be doing this again in Mexico. I'm Charlie, I'm riding my 2019 KTM 790 Adventure from the top of North America to the bottom of South America. And before I left, I had my cams and my head changed. You can see that video up here. I then did an update video where I said this. This is the last video I'm making specifically about this subject. And yet this is my awkward sequel, so here's a full story and more in-depth details of what happened. I'll let you into a little secret now, that my cams, or one of them, is definitely wearing again, so I'm going to have to go and speak to KTM about that and see what can be done, because essentially it's not going to make it around the world. I've been in contact with KTM and they've basically requested me to go back to Merida, where this is KTM Mexico, not a local dealership, KTM Mexico. Go back to Merida, where there is a dealership, and they are working with them and KTM USA are both in contact together and are gonna fix my problem, hopefully. But what I'm not sure is how long it's gonna take. Last time it took 3 months, really hoping it doesn't do that. I'm definitely being treated better than I was before, which is nice. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. So I've got a short ride there, I'm gonna drop the bike off, sort it all out with them. Let's see how KTM goes when I get there. Right, back at the hotel. Left my bike at KTM, had a long chat with them about all sorts of the history of the bike and what I've been doing and where I've been and things like that. And it was quite good to chat to them. They're basically going to have a look at the parts, have a look at the bike and see what needs to be replaced. Make a parts list, send it to KTM Mexico. They will then have parts availability and see what it's going to do. Then I can make a decision on what I'm going to do. It's just a waiting game now for the next couple of days, so that's all I can do. Valve cover off, new cams have been ordered, new followers have been ordered, and I have chosen to fly home, leave this here while they fix it. So this bit, the rest of it, pretty good, but very disappointed. I've made it in Merida, and I'm very, very keen to pick the bike up tomorrow.
I send you my phone number for Instagram. You need everything, you call me.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay. You got WhatsApp?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll use that.
Okay.
No worries, thank you very much. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, cheers buddy. Right, back with the bike. If you question why I'm at a Ducati dealership when it's a KTM, it's because the KTM dealership and the Ducati dealership are the same, but the workshop is at Ducati. So that's where my bike has been having its little holiday, rest up. I had a look at the cams. So this is the intake shaft, or intake camshaft, and you can see there, it's not massive, but it's definitely at wear. It's a lot better than my old one, first time. There's that one, and then this is the exhaust one. Again, it's got some wear marks, although these ones you can't feel as much. And he's replaced both the cams, the followers, all the followers, changed the seal around the top of the rocker cover, which is why I took it off to inspect the cams in the first place and found the problem. Done an oil change and just gone over a little bit. He also fixed a problem with my fuel line that I didn't spot. So yeah, time to get to my hotel, reorganise all my luggage because it's all a bit of a mess. To confirm, this is the second time I've had my cams replaced. The first time they were in much worse shape, and although I had to pay for the costs up front, KTM later reimbursed me with their goodwill program. This time there were no questions. KTM covered the whole thing straight away. And although this issue shouldn't happen once, let alone twice, I have to say they took good care of me this time. Both KTM Mexico and KTM USA acted really fast to get me back on the road. The whole repair could have been done within about 2 weeks, but I had a feeling that Mexico Customs would have an issue, and they did. They held the parts back for a week, and then the dealer wanted about a week to replace the parts. Altogether, I suspected about a month's delay, which is not KTM's fault, just the normal logistical hurdles. So rather than burning through my savings sitting in a hotel room, I chose to fly home. To make it worthwhile, I needed to turn it into something financially positive, basically cover my costs of going back home again, and then coming back to Mexico with more money than I left. That meant being at home and working for around 2 months. I also took the time to replace some gear when I was back at home. Going home took the pressure off KTM and the dealer, which gave them time to sort things out properly and actually worked out for the best. It also meant I ended up riding through Central America in better weather, so that was a silver lining. Now I still don't know why this issue's happened again. Replacing the cams and other parts is just treating the symptoms and not the root cause. Just for the record, I always use genuine KTM parts and oils. I always warm the bike up to 4 bars, and I'm doing the servicing more frequently than recommended in the manual. My first set of cams were replaced at 15,870 miles. The second time round was at 43,163 miles. So that's 27,293 miles between cam changes. But honestly, going through this twice, I have no trust in the long-term reliability of my 790. I'm going to keep riding it through this continent and finish my trip. After that, I'll seriously be thinking about what I do with the bike, because the resale value of my bike is about $4. I've also seen the same year, make and model as my bike, in much better condition, struggling to sell online. One thing I do know, for further trips, I want a smaller and lighter bike. I'm thinking around a 400, although I have no idea what bike that will be yet, but it's definitely off-road focused and I must be able to put one foot down. Before I wrap this up, I want to give a big thank you to Sports Cycle Center in Merida, Mexico. Their team was fantastic and really welcoming, and Sebastian, the mechanic who worked on my bike, not only gave me travel tips for the region, but he's still in contact with me today to make sure I'm doing alright. So what a legend. Right, enough of this mechanical drama, time to get back on the road. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next travel video.